You can tell by the title of the video what this is about. You've seen on social media, etc, etc. Apparently Marko Arnautović has handed in a transfer request. Now it's not confirmed yet, but Sean Weston, who's a pretty decent in the know, is basically saying he's been playing up and he's going to find out if it's a actual transfer request he's handed in. But according to Sky Sports News, he's submitted one. Chinese clubs come knocking for him again. This comes as no surprise. You've been watching sort of the channel recently, and myself and Gonzo I wouldn't say predicted this, but we've been cautious in getting behind Marko Arnautović again, because we always thought we were just one thing away from it all happening again. It looks like it's happening again today. It's their first day in Austria, I believe. I think they flew out yesterday. It's a bad thing. The transfer window's going relatively well. It started really well and it's sort of slowed down with the Maxi Gomez thing. Myself and Gonzo are doing a video later to talk about the striker situation. Obviously we're going to have to talk about Marko Arnautović more in depth, but this is a quick reaction video. And I'm not really surprised, to be honest. I'm not angry, because I sort of knew this was coming. It was a case of when and not if. And if it is true, we need to sell him. It's got to the point, look, we know Rondon is available for £16.5 million, okay? Now, I'm not saying he is as good as Marko Arnautović, but it's got to the point now, I think if you were offered to sell Marko Arnautović for 17, 18, 20 million and get Rondon in for the same money, you've just got to take it. He's a year younger, which isn't that good, but he fits the way we play. He's a good striker. And the main thing is we get Marko Arnautović out of the club, because if he has handed a transfer, even if he hasn't handed in a transfer request and he's still playing uppity, this is where we need to move him on. If anything, I'd rather he does hand in a transfer request, because that's when he waves goodbye to his golden handshake, which is like his signing on fee, essentially. You're still entitled to that if you don't hand in a transfer request, but as soon as you submit that, that's when you waive your right to the money. So it's going to be a lot of money to Marko. So I don't think he will have handed one in. I'm predicting he hasn't handed in a transfer request, but he wants to leave. That's my prediction, because he's after coin, and that's why Chinese club comes calling he's off. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Rafa Benitez's new club, and they've made him their sort of #1 target for the window. If that's the case, get him out of the club now. We've just signed Robert Snodgrass on a contract extension earlier. That guy has worked his nuts off for a new deal. You can tell from what he said about signing a new contract how proud he is to be at West Ham United, how happy he is. It's completely different to what Marko Arnautović said when he signed his new deal. When he sat there looking glum as hell, I'm happy to be back, and then claiming he never went anywhere. Complete different attitude, and there's only one of those types of players I want at West Ham United. It's not Marko, because he's a fantastic footballer on his day. I'm not saying he's a bad player, and this turns out to be a bad rumour. Everybody will get behind him, and so it's all hypothetical. But if he is playing up again, he's got to go. He's got to go. Pellegrini and Huselos himself has spoke about when we signed Fornals. He spoke about targeting players with the right attitude. That was an alarm bell. That was a case of, that is a sign that something is not bubbling under the surface, but they've had their fingers burnt. It has to be the Marko Arnautović thing in January, and you do wonder maybe they were sort of expecting this to happen again. And this puts a lot of pressure on West Ham United to get 1-2 good strikers in and soon. We've been playing the patient game with Maxi Gomez. I don't want to touch on this too much, because I'll speak about it with Gonzo later. But we've been playing the patient game, and if Marko Arnautović thing is true, this puts a lot of pressure on West Ham to get in Pellegrini's next best target, if you like. His transfer value is dwindling on Marko. We're not going to get much for him now. The thing that annoys me is the decision the club made in January to give him a new deal, because he's pulled our pants down big time. He is honestly bent Sullivan over and slapped his arse, because he got paid an extra £20,000 a week basic, so that's what, 5 months, £450,000 or something. He's nearly got paid £500,000 more just through the extra wages from the new contract in January. He's had it right off. If he wants to leave, he has to submit a transfer request, wave goodbye to your loyalty fee, and piss off, and let's try and get as much money as we can for him. Won't be much, 20 million probably now. I think that's what we'll be looking to get. I said I wasn't angry. I'm starting to get a bit wound up now, but it's not surprising. It's disappointing, and I feel sorry for Pellegrini and Huselos, because their job just got a lot harder and a lot more important as well. I think it's now a case of let's try and get someone in and get someone in quick. we know how much Rondon's release clause is. I know that a lot of people are keen on him. He splits the fan base a little bit. I don't know, it's a difficult thing. But Marko Arnautović, I hope this isn't true. It's day one of pre-season as well. Everyone's come back from their holiday. Half the players aren't there. Balbuena, Fornals, they've been Fabianski. I don't know if he's there yet, because they've all had international duty. Declan Rice, they've all had extra time off. But they come back to training and they've got this guy disrupting the place again. So the official line, the unofficial line from the club is he's playing up. Now that could be anything, okay? But like I said, my prediction is he wants out, but he will not hand in that transfer request, because you'll be giving him, I don't know, £2 million maybe. It's just a complete guess, stab in the dark, is how much Marko Arnautović would have to waive in order to get his move. So I can't see it. It's disappointing, but not surprising. Anyway, Gonzo's given his reaction as well over on the forum channel, so go check that out. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and also leave your comments below. I'm doing a video later, 8:30 tonight, which is Tuesday, with Gonzo. We'll just discuss this more in depth, and we'll talk about the Maxi Gomez thing, the Robert Snodgrass contract extension, and I'll be intrigued to have a look at your comments prior to that video to get what everyone's feeling is on the Marko Arnautović saga. Should it be true? It's unconfirmed yet, but hopefully tonight. But we will know a bit more. I'm going to go speak to a couple of people and see what we can find out for you tonight, and hopefully we'll see you at 8:30 tonight. Catch you in a bit.